All right, so this is where it gets tricky. You're going to have to measure your glass. And from there, you want just a little bit of movement so that some of your glasses will be different from others, and hopefully it fits more than just one. We need to create this channel for that lip and double check to make sure. So I know that I have an 85 mil outside edge and a 77 mil on the inside edge. In order to do this, I'm going to go ahead and create a pocket, and I'm going to do it at an 85 millimeter. However, I'm going to show you a trick where rather than cutting all of that, because it'll cut all of this out of there, we're going to do just the final pass, and we're going to run 2 depths of cut. Final pass, because my end mill is 4 millimeters, I will already have the perfect gap to be cut. So let's go to PathPilot, and let's see how in conversational we can modify that file. All right, let's talk about this recessed rim here. Again, you're going to have to measure your whiskey glasses because not all glasses are created equal in terms of their diameter. So all I want is basically a 4 millimeter channel here. And that happens to be my diameter of my any of my end mills, quite honestly. So we're just going to go ahead and run this. However, what I want to do is I'm going to have to run this as a pocket. But all I want are the last 2 passes, the finishing passes. So I'm actually going to go in and delete. If I go into my file, I'm going to delete everything that's prior to that and just leave the last 2. That way I can go in and just have, make sure my G30 is up high. I can basically put it right over where it's going to plunge in, and it's just going to run 2 passes. And what I did is I made a copy of it so it would run it twice at 1 millimeter of depth each time. So how did I do that? Again, I went in and I did my pocket. And if I look at this, I can look at my preview and you'll see that all I have are my last 2. So normally it'll bring up everything to clean out the whole center to the outside edge. I deleted all of that, and then I started here with my chip clearing, finishing pass, and as I said, I did 1 pass, and I only did it at 1 millimeter of depth, and then I came back and did it at a second pass in order to do it at 2 millimeters of depth. So that's how I create just the pocket in order to make this work for my particular rim that we're looking for. So 1 pass, 2 pass, and then I can keep all the G code. So that's how I had PathPilot create what I needed and then deleted, removed everything else. So that was one of the little tricks to be able to modify PathPilot and in a sense write my own G code, but yet PathPilot wrote the G code for me. So let's go ahead. Let's go run that. All right, so we already took this to negative 0.5, and we're just going to run one final pass here. Because it's such a shallow pass, I can go ahead and take this up to 100%. And once it's finished, we're going to run another test on the glass. All right, so I've already vacuumed it. Everything looks pretty good. Set the glass in, and it is not moving. So we've got some good depth. We've got a good channel, and now we are done with this. We need to start working on the lid.